Hello everyone, I'm Wooden Railway Edward, and today's video is another instance where I waste my hard-earned money on wooden toy trains based on a show targeted towards kids who cannot read. Yay! This would also be called my 13th unboxing video. Anyway, I encourage you to subscribe, and also, make sure to watch my videos for hours on end so I can make a return on this bulk spending and feed my strange obsession even more. Why did I write that? Okay, enough sarcasm. Real video now. So as I said, this is my 13th unboxing video, and this, by far, will be my biggest unboxing video ever. A couple unboxing videos back, I took a look at a lot of clickety-clack track I got, and also the log loader, and I thought that was a big haul, but this tops that by 1,000. As you see in front of me, there is a ton of packages here. There's a set, and it's just going to be a really long video. Not sure if I'm going to have one or two parts yet. We'll have to see. I'm thinking of one part. That might be a little long, but I'm not sure. But I think this will be the longest video I have done so far by a long shot. And I have not opened any of these packages yet. I know what they are based on the information on the package and the information from the eBay seller who sold it to me. So I do know that, but this is the first time I'll be opening them and holding them in my hands. So without further ado, let's get into this very long video. And one more thing I forgot to mention. If you want to go to a specific part of the video, I'll put timestamps in the description below so you can just click on the time and it'll send you to that part. Anyway, get a drink, get some snacks. Here we go with the first item. And here's the first package we're gonna open. So I decided to get the smallest one out of the way, as this one actually came second, I think. Some of them came on the same day. I think this one came second. This came about 2-3 weeks ago. I haven't opened it yet, and I'm really anxious because I know what it is by the seller's information and from the eBay purchase. And I'm excited, but I'm also a little bummed out, and you'll see why later in the video. So let's take a look at this. I can't really turn it that much because there's information for the seller and myself that I really don't want to show. So I guess I'll do this partially on camera. And one thing I decided for this unboxing video is that I'm not really going to go to the track. That's just a little bit of decoration. I'm just going to hold it up to the camera like that, because that would be a lot of work to keep moving the camera back and forth. So as you can see, got that out of the way, and let's open this. So you can probably tell from the shape right now. I hope you can tell. And yeah, this is Steven. Wrapped up nicely. There's a little bit of tape. I'm going to save this bubble wrap. It's very nice. Could probably wrap some of my rare items in here when I'm not using them. Anyway, here is Steven. So, wow, he's... the camera is making his yellow color a lot oranger. It's very bright yellow. Wow, this is a really nice item. So, I'm also going to give the prices for all of the items that I'm going to take a look at. And I got this for $11, and I think that's a really good deal. Back when I got it, there was not a lot of Stevens, and the ones that were the lowest were $15 to $20, and there were some that were in horrible condition, opposed to this. This is in beautiful condition. As you can see, really, the only wear on this is there's a little chip of plastic on the wheel right there. And then, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but right there, there's a little dent where a paint's missing, but besides that, it's beautiful. So I'm gonna, yeah, it was $11, so I think that's a really good deal at the time I got it. Now, I looked on eBay. These are a lot more common. It's just the thing with eBay, you know, supply and demand. One day an item could be very rare, and then the next, maybe the week after, there'd be a lot of them for sale.
So it's really a guessing game of when to get an item and what's the right time to get it, you know? So you could either jump on a deal, but then you could have the risk of later there'd be an even better deal for an item that you really wanted and you'd overpay. Anyway, enough of that, of my eBay advice for the day. Let's take a look at Steven. I'm really happy to have him. Now, some people don't like this model because, as you know, Steven, he's two parts. He had this front part right here with the boiler and everything, and then his back part with this little barrel thing with the coal. That is not depicted here. It is in his wood model, but personally, I really don't like that format. I like this. He's interesting enough. His wheels are very spaced out. Let me get a Thomas right here, right next to me. And here is a Thomas, and as you can see, Steven is quite a lot longer than Thomas, which is very interesting. I didn't really know that. See, it's so weird that you don't really know what these models really feel like or really what they are. You can't really get it on video or a picture. You really have to have them. And that's what I love about these models, that until you get them, you don't know all the detail or all the elements of it. There's one big wheel right here, and there's a nice piston attached to that. That's nice. There's two small wheels, and it appears that this is the later Mattel version, as it's not, as you can see, this Thomas here, the wheels are solid around. This has indents in the wheels. Not really sure how to explain that, but I think that gets the message across. Of course, it still says 2012, but I'm pretty sure this is the later production of him. His face is spot on. Almost all the Mattel faces, are. Magnet is not, it's in good shape, not very corroded or anything like that. Interesting enough, I said that Scruff and, is it Whiff? No, it's not Whiff. I forget the other engine. Oh, Porter, yeah, excuse me. Porter and, Scruff are the only engines who have buffers, but I was mistaken. Apparently Steven has buffers. I don't know why I noticed that before. But it's really weird, as it's a metal piece that's attached to the ring of plastic that goes around his magnet. So that's interesting. He has this little royal crest on this area back here with this barrel and the coal. That's really interesting. That's a nice mold. I saw Lego Lover 117's video a long time ago. That's a very old video on Steven, and unfortunately a Lego figure does not fit in here. I'm sure maybe people have done custom work that they can fit one in here, but I saw his video. It is literally like that much off. Let's see, do I have a Lego figure around here? I think I actually do. I wasn't planning on doing a comparison there, but, I mean, if I have one around me, why not? Let's see. Oh yeah, here's one. I'm just trying to think of a good one. I'll just use this generic driver figure that I use in my series. Probably too much. And as you can see, I don't really want to scuff the paint, or take off the paint on this. So you can see it is just a little bit off, and it's really annoying, especially now that I have the model. That would be really cool. I know Neil, Lego minifigure, can fit in there, and probably if you made a Glenn custom, he could fit, and it's kind of, it would be kind of, I guess, unrealistic, air quotations. I mean, Win Railway is not very realistic as it is, but it just adds a little bit of continuity if a driver wouldn't fit in here, but that's besides the point. Especially a wooden figure. I'm surprised, you know, they probably made Steven now, even. I don't think those figures that look like Brio figures, they probably wouldn't fit in here either. So anyway, that is almost all I have to say on him. He's a very well-made model, I'll tell you that. Very cheap, I got him for. You see his domes here, his funnel, which has nice gold with white trim along it. He's a really nice model, and this is when Mattel cared about making good models. And you can really see how they put actually a lot of thought and detail into this model. Base is perfect. For the most part, his configuration with his wheels is simplified, but pretty perfect. But that's what it is. It's simplified. Maybe one thing I'd say, maybe just add a bit of detail to this piston thing right here. Just a little, I don't know what it really looks like. Maybe add a little yellow silver or something like that. It says the rocket, which is good. That says that also says Steven on the bottom. But that's really about it for Steven. And I forgot to also say this at the start. All this packaging I'm going to leave for the end of the video. And I know Thomas Wooden Railway does that, but I'm going to do it too because I thought it would be interesting and show you all the leftover of the packaging. So anyway, this is Steven. Really cool. He's a really awesome model, and I think you should get him. He's not too expensive on eBay. I don't know, right now he's probably $10 to $14 in okay condition, good condition, probably $16 to $18. But you should get Steven, and if you already have Steven, you're lucky that you have him. On to the next item. Now, on to the second item. And for this second item, I've chose a medium-sized package. So we're kind of going up in size there, as you can see. This is a standard eBay package, and just feeling this around, I know it's either one of two things. So this is the package that came first, so I'm pretty sure I know what it is, because I ordered the other item that's also feels like this a while back. I ordered this a while back. I ordered the other item recently. But this is the first package that came, as I said. And I can't really show you the front because, of course, there's information on there. And as you can see, this is only a medium-sized package. And it's already really not fitting in the camera that well. I wonder how that wood playset will fare later. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I guess I'll have to move the camera back a little bit. But let's open this. I don't really want to tear this package here that much. As always, I've had this same pair of scissors that I always have in every video. I like to call them my trusty rusty scissors. Let's see. Wow, this is stronger. There's a lot stronger glue or adhesive than I thought it was. Oh, that's interesting. So as you can see, the inner of the package is lined with bubble wrap. So the seller chose not to put bubble wrap. And prepare yourself, as this is Ryan. Whew, this is awesome. Wow. I got this for $16. Let's see, is that a good deal? I'd say it is a good deal. I looked on eBay, and even now it's $20 to $30 for Ryan New in box. How they use those stock pictures for it. And I got this from a seller who just showed the picture of the box as it is, so I thought that was a good deal. In the past, I've seen Ryans that weren't in box that were a lot cheaper that I probably should have got. Well, they were still on there, but I mean, what are you going to do about it? You can't change the past, and I'm glad to have this right here. So, you might be asking me, Wooden Railway Edward, are you going to keep this in the box or not? Well, I was deciding if I was going to do that or not, and I've decided to take it out of the box. So I'm going to go on a little rant here, or a little lecture about my thoughts on keeping items in box and whatnot, stuff like that. So let's dive into that a little before we take a look at him. I don't want this to go on for too long, because I sometimes just blabber on, and I forget that I'm talking to a camera, and I'm not just talking to myself. So I have a few notes on a paper right here. I'm going to try to follow them as closely as I can. So, as you know, a lot of people think that keeping wooden railway items in the box is a good idea. I mean, especially rare items. Some people like to take out of the box, and I'm kind of with that group. At the end of the day, they are toys made for very young children, and they are meant to be played with. That's the big thing. They're toys. They're models, and they're very good quality, but they are toys that are supposed to be played with. And Mattel, when they were designing this item, they didn't intend for this to just sit in a box on someone's shelf. Now, my philosophy doesn't apply to stuff like, I don't know, the other day on eBay, I saw a white-faced troublesome truck in the box for $5,000. Now that you shouldn't take that out of the box. So let me just tell you right there now. People would come hunt you down if you did that. And I'd probably be one of them. Because that is rare, and, rare stuff like that you should keep in the box. But stuff like this, or another item I'm going to take a look at later, that's only, 5 to 10 years old, it's meant to be played with. And if you want to use it, use it. So if other people tell you, oh no, you're going to ruin the value of it. Well, my suggestion is keep the box. But if you want to enjoy your models, then take them out of the box and enjoy them. I'm going to use Ryan for my series and enjoy having this model. And I'm also going to keep the box on my shelf display, so they'll add to the value a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm not really looking to increase the value of my items or just be a collector. I like collecting these models, such as Steven and others that I've collected throughout the years, but I also like to, quote-unquote, not play with my models, but create content, create my own stories, create my own adventures with my series. And I also enjoy doing these videos where I take a look at and dive into the complexity of these models and to show you if you want to buy these models or not. Maybe I showed you this Ryan, and when I'm going to take it out, I'm going to praise it, or maybe I won't. And then that might lead to your decision for buying this model or not. That's, at the end of the day, I just want to create content for you guys and enjoy these models that these companies have graciously made. And at the end of the day, enjoy the TV show these models are based on. And have these models as a little reminder of why I like Thomas and Friends so much. So that was my little rant. Wasn't so little. That went on for, 3 minutes. About keeping the items in box. And, just remember what I said. If you're contemplating keeping an item in the box, just walk through it, do the steps of thinking about it. If it's rare, and if you want to keep in the box, by all means, I'm not telling you you shouldn't, but if you want to take it out of the box and you think you shouldn't, or you feel guilty about it, don't feel guilty, because if you want to take it out of the box, or if you want to play with your models, then go ahead. I'm not here to judge you. Enough with that. We're going to take this Ryan out of the packaging. So, I guess we should look at the packaging, too. Real wood, and as you can see, all that jazz. Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway. It has the Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure logo, or packaging, I guess you'd say, right there. Nice little thing right there, Ryan. That's very nice. I'm not going to really take a look at Ryan. Something interesting that I want to point out is, as you can see, Ryan's prototype has Thomas's face. And I'll get to that later about this model as a whole with Thomas and stuff. There's a little bit of the glare from the light there. I hope that doesn't distract you too much. Standard info on there. I don't need to dive into that. But conveniently, they have this little flap back here. So, see, even as I'm opening this, I myself feel a little guilty for taking this out of the box. But I know people who are going to preserve stuff like this, so it's not that big of a deal. As long as you keep a few items in box just to have them, I just love opening this stuff. No, I don't want to see, but the thing is though, also I don't want to ruin the packaging. This is oop, okay. Might have ruined the packaging a little bit there. As you can see, maybe just a little bit I ruined it. I'll just tape that flap back up, look good as new. Nice box. Woo, here's Ryan. And he is actually a really nice model. Now, something I noticed about Ryan that always bothered me, as you can see, I don't know if the camera, yeah, a little bit. There's these seams where they put the wood together. And I've noticed that on some models, it doesn't have that. For example, this Thomas right here, seamless. It's beautiful. And I wouldn't say this isn't beautiful or this isn't nice, but it's just interesting that it's like that. Woo, that Ryan face is a very good face. And also, about this model, it feels very matte, you know, it doesn't even really feel like wood. It almost feels like plastic, but I know it's not. That Ryan nameplate right there, I don't know if the camera, it probably won't pick that up. Why is there such a shadow there? I don't know. As you can see, there's his nameplate right there. As I said, his face is very good. His magnets are crisp and new, and so is his paintwork. GNR 1014, just very nice. And yeah, the big gripe about this model is, yes, it's not the same size as Ryan on in the Thomas and Friends show. As you can see, here's Whiff. Ryan is supposed to be Whiff size, but he's not. And I'd like to call this the Ryan syndrome, as Ashima is not the same size. As you can see right here, here's Thomas. He's the same size as Thomas, and that's why I was saying it's kind of interesting that they even use Thomas's face for Ryan right there for his prototype. How he's so similar to Ryan. You can see how they really, they really just copy pasted. Seriously, this is Thomas with purple wheels, paint, and a face. You know, it's basically Thomas, and they feel very different. Interesting, like the paint. I really can't get this. I can't really express it to you guys very well, but it feels different. I'm just gonna say that. It probably kind of sounds weird saying that over and over again, but just wanted to throw that out there. Not much to say about him. He is pretty standard for an engine. It's just really nice to have Ryan. Let's see. Let's run him on the track back here. Yeah, he's a nice runner. He's just really nice. You'll see him in my collection video. He'll definitely have, I wouldn't say a starring role, but a reoccurring role in my series in the future, probably in a few seasons. I have to write him in somewhere, find the perfect time to introduce him. And that's Ryan. As you can see, I know some people made customs where they take a Whiff right here, and then they take Take and Play Ryan, and they use the face from that, and they make a Ryan like this. Excuse me, like this. They take this and make it this, which, I like this model. I have a strange, love for this model. So, this is nice if you turn this into a Ryan model, but I really like this model. And I know some people don't, as some people don't like the Steven model, but I really do. And I think this is a really nice model. It just pops, you know, the colors, the purple and the gold. So that's about it for Ryan. He's going to puff off and meet Steven back here behind the camera. And let's move on to the next item. Here is the next item. So this is a big item, and I'm very excited for it. You can hear the excitement in my voice as I speak. I wanted this item for so long. He's going to appear in my series very soon. He's going to be, I don't want to spoil too much, but he is going to be an antagonist. Well, I've just really waited for this model for a long time, and it's beautiful. Everything about it's beautiful. He appeared in a movie in 2000. It's an okay movie. I actually don't like it that much, but it's a movie. I'll give it that. Anyway, this is Diesel 10. And this version is amazing. Okay, I'm fibbing. I'm kidding right there. Yeah, I got Wood Diesel 10. Yep, it's Wood Diesel 10. Yeah, this is the Diesel 10, and, okay, let's take a look at this. I don't even really want to talk about this. The packaging, it's wood packaging. What are you gonna say? On the back, I guess I'll read this little blurb right here. Meet the menace. There's no getting around it. Diesel 10 can be a bully. He teases, he's crafty, and he's usually looking to start trouble. But he does have a caring side. He just has a hard time showing it. I guess they mixed that up on the back right there. I think they mixed it up with, I don't know, James or something. Mattel. Anyway, let's open this. They got rid of the flaps. That's nice. Now I can't. Now I have to. I won't say destroy the packaging, but it's also facing the other way. Is that kind of interesting? Look, see, Ryan faces this way, but then he just faces that way. It's just these little differences. They're so weird that you wouldn't notice unless you're really paying attention. And here is the model of Diesel 10. I can't keep going. This is a bad model. As I said, I can't keep the act up. I can't keep, I wouldn't say praising. I just was kind of silent right there. Kind of being indifferent about him. But yeah, it's a bad model. It's not as bad as, unpainted wood Diesel 10. Did they? Yeah, I think, they made one of those. What am I talking about? Yeah, they did. But this is the painted version, so, I mean, it's a hair better. It's like saying, oh, you didn't fail your test, but you got D- anyway. I'm kind of speechless right now. I really don't even know what to say. His face, he's smiling. I wouldn't say it's the worst Diesel 10 face ever. It's respectable. Detailing, I don't know. He's shrunken down, as you can see. He has Ryan syndrome. At least he has this little detail up here. That's nice. As you can see, his claw, or what's supposed to be a claw, it can rotate, so it can, like, do a little dance right there. I don't know. I guess. I don't even know. It's kind of weird. I guess you could make it bend up a little bit, but that'll probably break it. The plastic is very, resilient, though. It's not hard plastic. It's the soft plastic. So, hopefully that won't break. No detailing on the back, which is kind of a disappointment. Just blank wood. But this really shows you how much a little paint can do. Wood Diesel 10 looks horrendous. But just with a little paint, it looks so much better. It even looks passable, but not by much. As you can see, Diesel 10, it's interesting how they don't use the white printing anymore. They use this dull brown thing that you can't even really see. That's Diesel 10 for you. I don't really have that much to say about him. As a character, what do I think of Diesel 10? He's fine. Not my favorite villain of Thomas and Friends. But he's a good character. And if you want to know who actually my favorite villain is, it's actually Sailor John. So that's kind of interesting. I took a look at Ryan. Because also my favorite Thomas and Friends movie is Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, excuse me. And Sailor John is a pretty good villain. He is not even pretty good. He's a great villain. John Hurt did a really good job. As you can see, I'm kind of trying to search for things to say about this. I can't really say anything about this. Black wheels. Black bogie. Not even a bogie, just black chassis. Excuse me. Diesel 10. And on to the next item we go. I picked a fairly big package. It's like a chip bag. It's a lot of, I guess, package bloat, you would call it. The item's only about that big, so seller, it's kind of a waste of packaging if you ask me, but, I mean, I'm not the one who put it in the package, so who am I to complain? 1 second, let me just fix the tilt on. Okay, that's better. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Anyway, here's the package. Normal eBay package. Let's open it. And I wonder what this item could be. You know, in the last segment of this thing, or this unboxing video, we took a look at questionable representation of Diesel 10. Wonder what we'll take a look at now. Anyway, here is the little bubble wrap package right here. And I wonder who this item could be. I'm not really sure. Let's take a look at it. Is that who I think it is? Yeah, it is. It's Diesel 10. Well, I kind of tricked you guys there. This I got for a special event a couple weeks ago that I got it, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny to say that I got Diesel 10, and then you're expecting that I take a look at this Diesel 10, but then it's this one, and then I'll subvert your expectations and then unbox this one. It was funnier when I planned it out in my head, but you know, there's a stark difference between these two models, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But right now, focused on this version of Diesel 10. So it looks like he does have a bit of scuff marks, edge wear. You can see right there. That's a little concerning. That wasn't. I didn't really pay attention to that, but I mean, what are you going to do about it? It's a really nice. I got this for $9.99, by the way. I didn't really feel like I needed to say what I got this for, because it's just normal price for a wood item. But this I got for $9.99, which I think is a really good deal, as it is in not mint condition, not near mint, probably very good condition. This item is from, it's from 2000, so this is the original release of him. I think he stuck around for a few more years before they retired him. Don't quote me on that, but I think he did. This is a really nice item. Wow. His face is so menacing, it's almost comical. He's just that evil grin with his eyebrows. That's awesome. It looks a lot like the movie, actually. And as you can see, I've been doing it a little bit. His claw, that's a really cool action. I don't know. I think I prefer this play feature over this thing's rotating claw. You know, this, you can't really do much. It's just plastic. Well, this is plastic too, but this is a harder plastic. That was a bad description by me. They're both plastic, but what I'm trying to say is this just feels very cheap and not a lot of detail. But his claw here has some good detail. It's interesting because there's this little, as you can see, it goes on these little tracks right there. And there's this little thing when you go over here. If you look down, his roof, or the top of him, it's a big indent that I can stick my finger into. That's kind of weird, but I mean, it's part of the play feature, so either have the play feature or just have it static, which I'd like to have the play feature. It's interesting because I don't know if this is supposed to do this, but his claw goes up. Is it broken or something? You guys will have to tell me who have this item. I'm not really sure. But he has, it's kind of hard to see, but he has windows right there. Right above there. And then he has them in the, he has windows in the back, as you can see. This whole top part's plastic, but it still has detail on it. His side detailing is very well done. His stripes go this way, like this. Interesting enough. How do these go? Okay, these stripes, it's interesting. I'm pretty sure that this is actually an inaccurate representation. I think Diesel 10 his stripe, this side of his stripes actually go this way, and then these actually go this way. I think that's actually an accurate representation. So that's one thing this model did right, if I'm not mistaken. And this model, I think got incorrect. As you can see, the magnets are a little bit, not say corroded, but they're not new. You can see there's this big, it's cloudy and you can't see yourself in it. So I guess maybe that's good, so you can't see my reflection in the magnet. Not sure you really could, even if it was clear anyway. But I guess we'll do a little bit of compare and contrast with these two models. The faces, it's very, very different. Very stark difference, like night and day. This is a fourth of the size of this model right here. It's just so shrunken down, these wood models, and it really bothers me. His paint color is a lot lighter and creamier than his. This Diesel 10 has has a more greener, browner color, darker color. This one has a more yellowish color to it. Yeah, I'd say yellow. As you can see, it's very light, and then this is darker. It has the same amount of detail. This maybe has a little bit more detail just because it's newer and they can do stuff like that. This one, though, has a more black and white detail, you know, opposed to this, which has a lot of color with grays and silvers and golds and browns. This more has just black and white, you know, classic Thomas Manrilli detailing. Now he does have the name on the bottom, 2000. I think that's about the time they started implementing the names onto the bottom, putting the names on the bottom. So that's about it. Diesel 10. I'm very happy to have him. Obviously, collection video. I almost have to stop saying that because, I mean, obviously he's going to be in my collection video. He's going to appear very soon in my series, and you'll just have to see what he's going to be like. Who knows? So stay tuned for that. And we're going to move on to our next item. And here we are with our next item, and it is a big one. You probably saw it in the thumbnail, and you're seeing it now. This is the Snowy Rail set for Thomas & Friends Wood. I have opened this before. That's what, you can't even see it. I'm going to lift the camera for a second. That's why James is kind of falling down there, because I did take some of the cardboard out of it to use it for different things, but this is still intact. I haven't open that yet. So yeah, as I said, I opened the box, but as taking a look at the models opening this plastic bit right there, I haven't done that. So as you can see, this is a mammoth box, and it's not even as big as some boxes, but it's a pretty large size box, and there's not a lot of box bloat, which is good. So anyway, I'm going to set down the camera there. We could take a look closer at the details. Now, it's interesting because, as you see on the back of this set is an oval set. But then, if you look here, it's so weird that they decide to do this S shape, and then it just goes off. And that's implying that there's more track there than there is. I think that's pretty deceiving box art. And as you can see there's just a tiny little picture. So, that annoys me. And then they have the audacity they include one tree, which, I mean, that's okay. At least they thought about that. But then they put all these snowmen and trees and signs in the background, so it's just deceiving box art. And bright colors to attract the kiddies. Let's see. There's the kid, obviously, in the back right there. And down here, you can see there is... I really don't like the light glaring. There's all the wood items. And I know they used to do that with the Trackmaster stuff, you know, on the back of the packages, connect all the sets and stuff, or connect all the take-along sets, and have this big layout, and that's so cool. This right here still intrigues me, because I just love seeing things like that put together. And this also does come with 2 track adapters, which is very interesting, because I think this was the only year they included that. And this is from a couple years ago. But it was at a good deal. I think it was $30, and I thought, I mean, this is my second wood item after this thing, so I thought, why not take a look at it? So let's open this up. Comes right out right there. And here it is. So right here, we have these 2 straight pieces of track. Let me just break the thing off. Where'd my trusty rusty scissors go? Oh dear, do we have a crisis on our hands, guys? Oh, here they are. They're under some of the packaging. Okay. So there it is. There's 2 straight pieces. And already I'm hating this track. This is... that annoys me. As you can see here, here's a piece of normal track. And this is just so different. It's just a very dumb decision to change the track, because now it's not compatible with the track. Like this is just a generic piece of track. Now it's not connectable, so parents aren't going to want to buy this. It's just so confusing how they changed this. Thomas & Friends logo, it does have snowflakes on it, so that even limits what you can do with this track. You know, they have track adapters, but I'm not going to use this for my series, because there's snow on it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Kind of stuttering there. But yeah, there's snow on it, so how am I even supposed to use it? Making me mad. There's more. Oh, these aren't tied up, but there's more curves. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think there's. Yeah, there's. Let's see. Is there one more? Yeah, there's one more. 6. So the 6 curves and 2 pieces, 2 straights. Here are the track adapters. Let's see. Here are the track adapters, and as you can see, they connect up like that. And let's get another piece of track, and they connect like that. So, I mean, it is a handy little tool. I would have appreciated to see these in wood, not just this cheap plastic, but it wasn't my choice. Now, they do have this nice little pine tree right here that is covered in snow. Besides the fact that this is not very well detailed, as there's a whole blank side, it's actually a pretty nice inclusion. So, that earns a point for this set. Then there's this thing. It's this little bridge. There's snow. It's attached to this track right here. And the thing is, though, now this limits what you can do with it, because now it's attached to this track, so there's only so much you can do with this piece of track right here. So, I don't know. All confusing. And now this really gets me mad. So, you can only use this as a tunnel. I was thinking, oh, I could use this tunnel, and I could use this for my Wooden Railway series. But no, because it's attached to wood track. And it actually doesn't have the snow on that, so that's interesting. Oh, you can't even... yeah, you can. As you can see, there's snow on here. There's actually no snow in there, so that's interesting. But yeah, that's... So this just limits what you can do with this. Then there is this. There's this crane right here. And actually, this is a nice inclusion. I'll give them props on this. There is snow on it, but... You know, for my dock scene, I might use this, because this is a nice crane. It has all this, you know, the magnet goes up. I know they made this in Wooden Railway form, I think even since the Learning Curve days. But they just rebranded it as this. But for all it's worth, it's a nice crane. And as you can see, it has a little curved bottom right there. So you could stand this off to the track, or you could put it through the curve. And later when I build up this set, you'll see that. But as you can see, it fits in the curve right there. So, as I said, for what it's worth, it's a nice crane. Just add some paint to it. And then the last thing right here, there's instructions. I'm trying to get this segment done quickly, because as you can see, I'm not very enthusiastic. Yep, we'll look at those later when I build up this set. There's the empty box. I probably won't be keeping this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll use it for storage or something. Whoa, that that hit some of the track behind me. Oops. And nice plastic coating. And you might be wondering why I'm saying ugh. Well, this feels disgusting. Ugh, I hate it. It has this grainy feel to it. I don't like it at all. It feels so weird. Snowy James. And you know, people say that they like different versions of common characters, but you know, I'd want a real wood James. So now that I can't get a real wood James, it's kind of disappointing. So now I can't use, not like I really would ever use this, but what happens if I didn't have a James? I'd want not a Snowy James. I don't know. That's just my little take on it. His tender's just a block of wood. Seriously, they used a chassis and they just put a block of wood on it. Lazy, lazy, lazy. That annoys me. The face, I don't like it. Yeah, that's not doing it for me. I wouldn't even say that's better than the 2003 version face, and that face is not very good either, but it's better than this one. Cargo car, maybe I'd use this in my series. Yeah, maybe. I might. But even the plastic feels downgraded from normal wooden railway. It's just so very infuriating. Rock salt cargo piece. I'll probably use this. I don't know, put it in the background. You know, not really that special, but I'll put it in the background. So that's these engines. I really don't want to even talk about it. It's the unpainted version. You know, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just hot garbage. That's what it is. It's hot garbage. So, I really even can't say that much about it. It's just bad, you know. Just bad. So, let's build up this set, and I'll be back. And after a very short amount of time, I am back with the finished product. Took me, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds to build this thing up. Didn't even really need the instructions. It is small. It's just a little oval. As you can see, there's the tree, which is a nice addition. The tunnel, which I'm a little disappointed about. And then there's that little bridge over there. As you can see, James will go around the layout right there. Wouldn't even call it layout. I mean set. What am I talking about? You know, goes through the tunnel. It's really nothing spectacular. Maybe I'll go over to the crane right here and get some pictures of that. See the track ending right there. I know, it's horrifying. You lied to us. Yeah, let's tilt the crane like that. Will it pick it up? This thing's so stiff. Jeez. Oh, yeah, it picks it up, and then, I don't know, where you put rock, I guess, delivers it to a truck or something. Is it rock salt? You drop it down. Oh, no, this unboxing video is already derailing. I say already, we've taken a look at 3-4 items, but as I said, it is a very long video, and it's going to be a pain to edit, as I have to take all the stuff that I go on just rambling. You know, probably the finished product, half of this stuff is going to be cut out. I ramble on so much that I have to take out a lot of nonsensical stuff I say. And you can get some nice shots. You know, that right there, that's a nice shot of James. You know, just using the natural light and the lights in my studio, it doesn't look too bad. The studio, well, it's my basement, but I like to call it my studio. true filmmaker right there. I think that's enough of going around. But yeah, basically that's what this set is. Really, honestly, that's what this set is. So, at the end of the day, little bridge thing, tunnel, James right there, crane, nothing spectacular. It's also not horrible. It's not, I know I call it hot garbage. It's not complete garbage, but for however much this went, $40, it's not worth it. So, unless you get a good deal on this, don't spend your hard-earned money on this. I mean, for $40, you could get, I don't know, Ada, Jane, and Mabel. They are, although they're not as much stuff as is in here, you know, there's a lot of stuff not even in here. It looks like there's a lot of stuff, but there really isn't. So, go for Ada, Jane, and Mabel. Tell me, they're a way better investment. And they're way better spent. So, that is this segment of this unboxing video. Now I'll have to clean this up. Won't take me long. And I'll find the nearest trash can to dispose of this. I'll be back. Well, I've made my trip back from the garbage can, and let's take a look at the third to last item. Ooh, that made... I'm making a lot of loud noises here. At Studios. As you can see, this is a pretty big package. You know, it's what's in here is not that big. So, you know, as I said again, it's bag flow. It's kind of an unnecessary use of this type of package, but I mean, it's interesting because it feels like these items are pretty safely packed in here, so that's nice. This actually just came yesterday. I've been waiting for this for so long. And the funny part is, this, where this package came from is about an hour away from my house. And it took, I don't know, a week and a half for this to come. Well, other items, I had one item from, let's see, I'm not going to say where it's from, but it was, I don't know, a train trip, like 2 days, 3 days away from my house, or from where the location, the undisclosed location where I live at, where I reside at, and that came in 3 days, and this took a week and a half. So I don't know what the holdup was. I don't know if the mail people over there had a strike or whatever, but as you can see, I'm just tearing this. The adhesive glue on this is not very strong, and it comes in this, I guess, it's interesting because they reversed the bubble wrap, and oh dear, that probably wasn't the best view on camera, but that, I love popping bubble wrap. You know, you do these strange things that you're just very, make you happy, you know. Buy one railway items, pop the bubble wrap, you know, these strange things. And as you can see, I have gotten Flynn, and wow, he's really nice. This is the Tommy version, and okay, here's the story here. I paid $13 for this, and I'm not really sure how to start this off, the story. I'm trying to think in my head quickly before I say it on camera, but I guess I'll just dive right in. So this is the Tommy version, and there was another Tommy version that I thought about purchasing a couple weeks ago, but I decided not to purchase it as I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was getting a couple other items. You know, I think I was getting the what was it called? The bear, not bear, what am I talking about? Oh no, I'm blanking. D199, that's him. I was thinking about getting him, and then I got him, and then I was going to get Flynn for, I don't know, $9.99, I think. But then I didn't, so I did kind of slip on that one, but not a big deal. Now I have him. $14, not that big money difference. And in this other box is this, I wouldn't say tender, but thingy, like, his trailer thing. As you know, he makes that noise. Oh no. I particularly don't like that noise. I think it's this thing. Oh, that's a horrible noise. That's the noise Sir Topham Hatt's car makes. And every time I film with Sir Topham Hatt's car, my ears just start to bleed because I can't stand that noise. I think it's because it's something to do, you know, the metal axles are rubbing against the plastic or whatever. I don't know if that's it. But I don't know if there's really that big of a difference between this Flynn and the Mattel version, but I like this Flynn with the painted wheels right there. You know, they did this for Sydney, Norman, Paxton. You know, they painted the wheels. They did that for Kevin, but Mattel decided not to do that. Oops, sorry, I shook the camera. And I personally like this Tomy one more. So as you can see, he has this pitiful little ladder that will get him, you know, if let's say this is the Sodor skyscraper. I mean, that's going to get him to, I don't know, the third floor. It's funny because it's a nice detail, but it's just pitiful how small this ladder is. It's quite comical, actually. Oh dear, that's not good. As you can see there, this is wobbling. That's not good. Oh, no, I think it's coming apart a little bit. That's not good. Hopefully, I won't be too rough with it. Hopefully, his magnets are in very good shape. He doesn't have a front magnet. His trailer has front and back. He only has a back magnet. And you know, that makes sense. They could have put one there, but they didn't. And I like that, because it's not really like Flynn's going to be pushing anything. I mean, you know, he can go on rails and road, but it's not like he's going to shunt in the yard or whatever. Nice detailing. It's beautiful detailing. You know, you have this, what do you call it? An axe? No. Is that what you call it? An axe? Yeah, I think that's what you call it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna look stupid later when I start editing this video, and I'll be telling myself, "What were you thinking? What were you talking about?" But you know, this is unscripted, so I'm just saying what comes to my mind. Nice, great detailing. That was a really weird sentence. Nice, great detailing. I mean, great. It's like a, you know, if you ever, you know, there's a manhole and there's a grate, that's what it feels like. That's really nice. Little plastic water cannons don't actually do anything, but nice touch. Face. It's not perfect, but it is a pretty good Flynn face. I don't think I've seen the Mattel one in a while, so I can't comment on that. As you see, it says Flynn, Tomy UK. Nice. That's a nice Flynn. I like that. That's really nice, bold print. You know, as a whole, I just like this Flynn model. You know, I would get Belle, but for the time being, I'm not going to, because she is super expensive, especially, I mean, in bad condition. And, you know, earlier I was talking about how supply and demand, sometimes eBay has really good deals on certain items, and sometimes they don't. Well, Belle, for the last 2 years, I haven't seen a good deal on her yet. So I guess she's not rare, but hard to find, so I'm not paying $40 for Belle, so maybe I'll save up a bit, maybe later when I save back a little bit more of my money, but for right now, I'm not spending $40 on a single engine. That's ridiculous. You know, at the end of the day, it's plastic, wood, you know, a wood block on plastic wheels, as I said in the intro. You know, painted wheels. His tender's very, not tender, what am I talking? His trailer is very interesting. It can't really support itself. Has to attach, and as you can see, it's not a clean attachment. If you attach it like that, his trailer actually dips down, so you actually have to attach it like that. That's interesting how that kind of annoys me, how the magnets don't exactly line up, but guess I'll have to deal with it. The very little edge wear on this item. You know, little nick right there. but besides that, he's in great shape. So that has been Flynn, and, you know, really nice character. Really nice model, excuse me. His character, I don't like Flynn. He's kind of a dummy, but in my series, I'll definitely do things with him and make him a much more complex and interesting character. So let's go to the second to last item in this major unboxing video. So I decided to leave the biggest package for last, so I'm going to take a look at this smaller package. And now that I unbox Ryan here, I know what this item is, and I am very excited. This is probably the one I've anticipated the most. And let me tell you, this is a good deal. This is a smoking hot deal that I got, and I mean, I'm really happy about it. So, can't flip it over. Oops, I almost forgot about that. Let me prop my camera up. Just 1 second. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's just open this up. I'm really excited. I can't wait. And this kind of ties back to my thoughts on, tear it up the package, my thoughts on about Ryan and keeping him in the box or not. This is really what this, little PSA from Wouldn't Really Edward was about. It came with this little paper right here. I'm not going to show that on camera. It's just a little summary of what this item is. And, maybe I could do that. Let's see. I'm trying to fold it in a way that it won't show personal information. But as you can see there, the order total, the subtotal was $15, the shipping was free, and the tax was $120, so in total it came about to $16.20, with tax included. And wow, that's a good deal for what's in this thing right now. So if you want to put your guesses down below, you can. But I don't think you're going to guess what this is, because this is unbelievable that I got this for $16. It is a new in-box Dodge. And wow, this was in a listing that I saw, and I jumped on. Usually I wait a little bit until the afternoon, night, and I can get it, if I want to buy a lot of eBay items, I'll buy them that night. But it was early morning. I said, oh, I'm getting this, So I purchased it right there. And it did have a best offer, but there was a lot of competing offers. And this was actually, the seller had a bulk of them. So, you can do the quantity of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I chose one. I kind of regret that now. I would have wanted to keep one in the box and taken one out, but I just spoiled it right there. I'm going to take this out. And I know that's going to upset some people, but
Hello again, and right now you might have a lot of questions, so I'm going to try my best to answer them. One of those questions might be, why is my voice so different to the other parts in the unboxing video? The reason for that is, this is being filmed yesterday as you're seeing the video, and the other parts were filmed back in June. I know, that was a very long time ago, and things change, So, the reason for that is because when I was filming the Dodge video, as you can see a couple seconds ago, the video just stopped. It just stopped abruptly with me saying something, I don't know what I was saying. The reason for that is my camera died. So I recharged it and then continued the unboxing and unboxed the rest of the stuff, and it was all good and well. But I have been lazy and I haven't uploaded the video onto my computer to edit and stuff. So when I did that a couple weeks ago, it would not work. It got to, I think, 53% and then just shut down. And I really don't know why. I hope it's just that the file's corrupted and it's not something else. Because if it's something else, I can't upload any other videos because it's the program not working. So it's a big mess. But I thought, I really was putting it off. But I think I have to refilm this section. So just know that these reactions aren't genuine. I'll try my best to act excited and show them to you, but just know that all these items I've had sitting on my shelves for a very long time. What is it? 5 months, 6 months now? So, yes, I've already seen them a lot, and I already know what they are, and I don't have the packages for them anymore. I threw them out a long time ago, so it's just going to be me pulling them in front of the camera and showing you them. So just be warned of that, but I hope this video goes well. I hope I can put this together with the rest of the unboxing video, because that part I've already edited, so I know all of that. So hopefully I can upload this fine and put it together and make a nice video for you guys, because I think it's better to have a little discombobulated unboxing video than no unboxing video at all. Anyway, let's take a look at Dodge. Now, I do not remember what I said back in June, so bear with me as I go through this really quickly. There's standard information on the back, nothing really to see there. And on the front, you can see he's a lot more secure than the old Learning Curve packaging. This packaging is from 2008, 2009, I think. It was when Learning Curve was liquidating their merchandise, their inventory, I guess you could say, because they were selling the brand, and they had a lot of surplus of items. So they released a lot of weird characters, like Bertram, and as you can see in front of you, Dodge and Splatter. So this model was originally released in 2000, along with Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but I think he was discontinued in 2002, 2003, so that's why, as you can see here, he does not have the Widow's Peak, but we'll take a look at that in a second. I do like this nameplate above there. I have a vivid memory of going to a department store back in the day and buying Stanley exactly in this packaging. And the Stanley that I have, I can actually get him right here. This Stanley right here that I have, I got him back in the day when I was 3 or 4. And I remember having that nameplate for a very long time. I kind of like it because it's like these old character cards. I don't know, I just like collecting stuff like this. And as you can see, they actually have that right here. If you can see Isabella's thing right there. So that's kind of interesting. They kind of pulled that from there. So I think that's a cool feature. I kind of wish Mattel did that. And I will not take that out. I remember the Stanley one, I took it out and stuck it on a bulletin board. I will not do that as I want to preserve the packaging. As I said back in the Ryan video, even though I do take the models out and use them, I like to preserve the packaging because, you know, it's just kind of a cool thing to have. So without further ado, let's get this guy out of the box. He looks like he's suffocating. Let's see here. Okay, so there's this plastic bit right here, and it's a nice mold for an engine to fit in. And there's just some codes on there. And then here is Dodge. So I'll put the packaging back there in the back, and let's take a look at Dodge. So one thing that I am a little upset about is that there's a few nicks at the back of the cab. Now that was like that when I got this model, so I do not know if that happened in the factory or something, or maybe it just got dented up in the packaging, because as a reminder, this has been in the packaging for 10, 12 years now, so, you know, it's been handled around a lot. I assume it was in some kind of store, and the person who sold this, they had a surplus of them. They had, I don't know, let's see here, they had 20, 25, so that's why. And I do also not know if I said this in June, but I got this for a steal, only $15, which I think is a great deal for this. For some reason, Splatter costs a lot more. I have no idea why, but I looked on eBay a couple days ago, and he does not go for that cheap. He goes for about $30, and I do not want to spend $30 on a wooden model, so I'll have to wait for the right time to get that. So I did think this was a factory error at first because of the face, but I'm pretty sure that's Dodge's face. I am not completely sure. If you know anything about that, tell me in the comments below, but I do not think it's a factory error. But I do know that happened quite a lot. As you can see, Dodge's name is nicely printed on the side. He has some vent details, and the cab. I like his color scheme. His color scheme is really nice. It's kind of like this olive green and then this matte gray. It's a very nice color combination. As you can see, the nice Dodge at the bottom of him, and it's probably going to say, yep, 2003, so no need to look at that. I do wish Learning Curve made the dates for every year, because that would be a really nice thing to kind of gauge when these models were produced. And a trick that I learned, I saw someone else doing it. Apparently, on the bottom of these models, this code right here tells you what day it was made. So I'm not completely sure if that's true, but let's see, it says 3470. So what would that be? I have no idea. If anyone can verify that, that would be cool to actually know what year these were made. But that would be interesting. Just giving you a close-up of his face there. I really enjoy his face. I like his face. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I do not know if I said this in June. He will be appearing in my series, so stay tuned for that. You can see he has the ledge for the Widow's Peak there, but as this was made in 2009, I think, there's no Widow's Peak. But yeah, that's Dodge. Not much more to say about him. He's a very cool character. I quite enjoy him. And hopefully I'll get Splatter soon. But for the meantime, Dodge will be happy with the other engines in my collection. So, there he is. Let's move on to the final item in this mega unboxing video. And again, this will be redone, so my reactions aren't 100% genuine, but it'll still be fun to look at them again. Well, friends, we've taken a look at several Thomas Wooden Railway items in this very long unboxing video, so I thought for this last bit, let's change it up a little. Of course, we'll still be looking at a couple Thomas Wooden Railway items, since this is a Thomas Wooden Railway channel, but I also think we should take a look at some other stuff. So, this lot that I have right here, I got for $24 in total. And I think that's a really good deal, because just one of these items makes up for the entire price of the lot, and there's a lot of stuff here. Now, I like to scroll down on the eBay pages and scroll and scroll and scroll, and I got about to the 12th page when I found this lot. And it was buried in the search results, as I said. And I don't think anyone had really viewed it, because the pictures weren't the best quality, but I saw the stuff and I thought, I'm getting that. So, I offered 24, as I said. The original price was 30. I thought, oh, they'd meet at the middle and like 27. But they accepted my offer, which is great. So I'm guessing that they really didn't know what they had. So let's start off with this first item. It's this huge off-brand train. Now, as I said, there is some other stuff besides just Thomas Wooden Railway. So let's get this track. You might remember this from my earlier unboxing video. And as you can see, it does not fit on wooden railway track. You'd think if you were making a wooden railway train, you'd fit it to the gauge of the other wooden railway stuff, but I guess not. Here is a Thomas for comparison. He rolls nicely on the track. I love that clickety-clack sound. And this train obviously does not. And if you're wondering if it was a train, it has it nicely right there. So in case you're thinking it was an aeroplane or something, you now know better. So yeah, it doesn't fit really. On the back, it has this sticker right here. And it says Greenbrier International Incorporated. And Greenbrier is like a big company. They make tons of stuff. So I'm not surprised they made this. So it also says imported from Canada. So if this is what Canada's wooden railway looks like, I am a little concerned about the people in charge over there. That was a joke, obviously. Don't take that seriously. It's kind of sad that I have to say that, but I do. It has this thin little funnel right here. And, you know, it's not really to scale. It's not to proportion. Some people complain about this, but I mean, at least that kind of looks like a train. This is just, I don't know, just a block of wood with some parts. You can see a little bit of the glue marks right there. And these big wheels are not very well attached. But yeah, that's basically it for this. It has minimalistic detailing. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Probably just going to bury it in a box somewhere and never look at it again. Next item is something I really don't know what it is. And I'm guessing it's some kind of futuristic train, car, a bus. I really do not know. But, unlike the other thing, it does fit on wooden railway track, and all the things I'll look at coming up will fit on wooden railway track. It's just that one thing over there that was the exception.
So as you can see, it has no magnet on the front. It has this kind of triangular lip right there. The magnet on the back is very corroded. Does it even couple up to Thomas right here? I guess it's an okay couple. I don't know. It seems kind of weak. You can see that right there. Very corroded. But yes, here it is. It has a number right there. Let's see, what's that number say? 615, yeah. Has some detail right there. One of the windows is cut off. That's kind of strange. It's a little beaten up, all these things are, but that's okay. On the bottom here, it says, warning, inspect frequently. Magnets, hubs, wheels, and other small pieces may come off or break and create a choking hazard for children. And under that label, if you can see there, it says 2008 and Kidcraft or something. I might take that sticker off, I'm not sure. Should I? I don't know, I'll have to do that later. But this is another thing I really don't know what I'm going to do with. Maybe I'll take it off the wheels and use it for a custom or something. Use this wooden block for a custom or something. As you can see, the wheels are not like other wheels. They are just plastic, as a plastic base. So yeah, that's that thing. Next, we have this coal car or coal hopper thing. A majigger, maybe it's a tender, I'm not really sure. As you can see, it's kind of funny. You can't remove this load, but it does have a magnet on the top. So let's experiment here. Does that work? Okay, it's not big enough to pick it up. As you can see, there's a little jump on the thing, on the bogies right there, but it doesn't pick it up. I find it funny, on the side of it, it says CSX, sorry. That's really funny. I noticed that when I first unboxed it, and I found that really funny. I don't know if a kid did it. It looks like kid's handwriting, but I wouldn't know if a kid would know what CSX is. So that's just a little thing that's interesting. Has some edge wear. On the bottom, it is Wind Train Cars All Aboard 2016. So this is fairly new. It has the standard Obrium Brio wheels. So yeah. Let's move that out of the way. And next thing is this passenger car. And this thing is very beaten up. As you can see, it's very rough around the edges. Nothing on the bottom. So I'm assuming it's some kind of off-brand train. It's not like Brio or anything. I know that. Well, maybe it is Brio. I don't know. If you have this, you can tell me. It just says window. It's just a standard coach. It has windows and stuff. I don't know. I might use that for a custom. Obviously, I won't use a chassis because I don't like those type of wheels, but who knows. Next is this green tank engine. And this is more of an American engine, as you can see, as the cow catcher and the oversized funnel, which is, like, haha, American trains. It has this dome right here. It's probably nicer than the other ones. This is the one I'm probably most happy with, except for a few others coming up. As you can see, it says 12 on the side. It would be funny if this was the 12th engine in the Railway series. I wouldn't imagine Audrey creating this character, though. The wheels are kind of loose. It's not the best quality, but it's interesting, to say the least. If you want to see this guy in my series, put it down in the comments below. Hint, whatever you say, I'm not going to have them in my series. Next, we have two freight cars, and we have this diesel, which I think is really cool, actually. And see, this is something I actually might use for my series. It looks actually like a diesel. On the bottom, it says distributed by Toys R Us. Right there. Remember when Toys R Us was a thing? Yes, I do. And I remember, seeing these in the aisle, so not surprised that someone picked it up. As you can see, there's these two kind of cool pieces of cargo right there. There's this blue thing. What does that say? Oh, it's just some gibberish letters. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And then there's this. So, who knows? I might use that for my series in the background. Because these are actually kind of cool. These freight cars, just yellow. I don't know. This is kind of an obnoxious color. But this black one's actually kind of cool. Again, I might use this for a custom. Use the scrap wood for something. And then here's the engine right here. Let's look at that. It has nice detailing under there. That's actually very nice. The suspension and everything. Has some more gibberish letters. But it actually looks like a diesel that you'd see in an industrial setting. So that's really cool. That's a lot of detail, so that's actually very interesting. Let's put those back there. And move on. As you can see, there is a lot of items in this. This part will probably be one of the longest. This is the last off-brand item, and I think it's actually really cool. Now, this is also something I might use for a custom. All I needed to do was take off the bogies, because this body right here, I was kind of thinking maybe a Shooting Star Gordon custom. Hint, hint. I don't know, but we'll see. Just maybe, like, if I ever did anything with the Great Race. As you know, I have a ton of seasons planned out. If I ever did anything with the Great Race characters, I might make something out of this. I'm not sure. I was going to say Etienne, but I'm like, that's not the shape of Etienne. Who am I looking for? Oh yeah, Axel, Belgium. That would be kind of cool. As you can see, is nice, what's that called? Smoke box detailing, yeah, I think it is. As you can see there, it says 24, which is nice. Oops, sorry. On the bottom, it's Maxim, I'm just not gonna stutter anymore. Maxim something, Maxim Enterprises. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, just standard, streamlined engine. Most of these are of an American design. So, next, we move on to Take and Play. And this is a Take and Play Thomas that has definitely seen better days. As you can see, his face there is kind of torn up. Looks like he's been through a war or something. His magnets are very, very corroded and dented even. I don't know how you even dent those magnets. There is some green on the thing, on the wheels. What I call that a thing, I do not know. It's 2012 Mattel, so Mattel made this. You know, just your standard Thomas, but it does have some banners, so I'm assuming it's for, I would guess it's like, what's it called? The Crown, the Steven Special. Now I'm blanking. But, you know, the Steven Special, I'm guessing, it's gonna come to me later on and gonna get mad at myself. I might put it in editing, like, you know, the disclaimer I do down there. If you see that right there, that's what it's called. But yes, this Thomas would be from that movie, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's from 2012. I still don't know what I'm going to do with any of this stuff, but it's cool to have. Speaking of Thomases and Mattel, here's one of the ugly magnet Thomases, and this thing I do not want on my site. Obviously, it's better than Adventures and the push-along crap, but it's still not good. As you can see, the face, it's a good Thomas face, I like it. But these ugly magnets, no painted buffers, it's just so squash. That's what I don't like about it. It just looks so squash. You know, obviously you can't go in there. I mean, with this Thomas at least, you could see in the cab there, and you could, I don't know, stick something in there or something. Put a little guy in there. But yeah, nothing like that over here. So, it's just a standard Thomas. It's labeled 2013. So yeah, there's Thomas. And back to the good old days, here is a good Thomas. And I'm really excited to have this because I've always wanted to take along Thomas. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if this is take along or take and play. It's labeled 2009. So probably take and play. I really don't know. But look at all the detail on this. The gold whistle. You've got Thomas's face. Oh, that's so classic. Painted buffers. Coal bunker. You can see the inside. There's even some cab detailing in there. Just very nice. There's only a little scratch right there. But this is actually a very nice item, and I'm glad to have one of them. Again, I really don't know what I'm going to use it for, but this is what makes me want to get more die-cast engines. Next, we have Lights and Sounds Thomas. Now, I never had any Lights and Sounds, what is it called? Wooden Railway items. But it's cool to have this one. As you can see, his face, obviously, has seen better days, but he's still a cool item. And obviously, you can't see inside his cab because that's where the battery is. When I did this last in June, I didn't think about putting batteries in this. But actually, that's something I might do. So at the end, I might put batteries in it and test it. Who knows? I find it kind of funny that there's a star, like, speaker shape at the back. That's kind of weird. You know, if you're just using this, because I assume some people would just use this for their normal Thomas, because it is a nice detail that they added the lamp, but it would be kind of weird when he's facing backward. He's off screen right here. I couldn't fit him in. Next we have Gordon, and this is the surprise face Gordon. So if you remember back in the day, they had those DVD packs with like a special engine, and this is one of them, and those are rare, so I'm happy to have this. And this has just so much detail. It's very heavy, so I know this is a take-along model. It is dated 2002, yeah. As I said, it's just really nice. Look, I mean, it's even more accurate real configuration than this Gordon, this Mattel Gordon right here. Which is a great model, don't get me wrong, but this is arguably better. Has his splashers right there. His dome is looking nice. The painted on whistle is a great addition. The only thing I would have liked is painted windows right there, but that's just a little nitpick. I shouldn't be asking for that much. But the great part is, look at this inside detail. There's cab detail on there. That is amazing. So if I put a tender on there, and actually, the only diecast items I have, I'm going to go on a side tangent here. The only diecast items I have are this Ugly Magnet Charlie, Adventures Thomas, like LBSC Thomas, Dirty Percy, and Ferdinand for some reason. So, yeah, those are the ones I have. They're going to go off screen. If you put, like, Gordon and the tender right there, I know it doesn't look that great, but if you did, look at that. That cab detailing is amazing. Look how it looks with the cab. That is great. I am sure that the Mattel items did not have that. But I might use that face for custom. Hint, hint. This is just a great item. I'm really happy to have that in my collection. Put that off to the side. And the last diecast item is Ertl 16. I've been waiting to show this off for such a long time. When I originally did that video way back in June, I was ecstatic over this. And I have said many times, I do not particularly like Ertl. I think it's overrated, but after having this, I have to admit, Ertl is kind of cool. I still don't like the tender engines very much, but this Ertl 16 is actually very nice. He is dated 1998, Ertl Company. I like how his side rods kind of connect right there. That's interesting. I would have wished he had painted buffers, but again, that's just a little nitpick. His couplings are nice. Now, again, the only complaint I have about Ertl is the coupling system is crap, and also the track system, but I feel like Ertls wouldn't be as played with as, you know, like, this just looks like it wants to be played with, but this is more like a model that you'd have on a shelf, which I guess is why Thomas collectors like Ertl so much. But that that 16 face is really good in my opinion. Again, hint, hint, custom. That is something I might do. As you can see, there's there's detail back there in the boiler. It goes into the main body of him. It's just a really nice model. And if you don't know who 16 is, he's a character from the Railway series. That's what makes him kind of an obscure model. But even more obscure, he is from Chris Audrey's books. So I think he only appeared in one story, Cab Over Wheels. You know, he was going like this, and boom, he flipped over like that. It's a play on the words head over heels, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's Ertl 16. Now that we have all those items out of the way, let's move on to the wooden railway section. So as I said, now we move on to the wooden railway items. In the back there, I rearranged them so they look a little bit nicer. But anyway, let's move on to this, which is the Soderline caboose. And now, you might be saying to yourself, wait a second, the Soderline caboose, how is that interesting? There's a million of those. And yes, there is a million of them, but to me, this is very special. Now, I've never had a Soderline caboose. I have had a musical caboose, as you can see right there, but I do not particularly like this item. I don't know, it just really never appealed to me. Whoops, that went off screen. It doesn't work anymore. Probably put batteries in that too, but that's a project for another day. I don't know, I just really didn't like it that much, so I'm happy to have the Soderline caboose. So let's take a closer look at it. As you can see right there, it says Soderline. Let's get my shadow out of the way, that's better. And it's from 2001. Let's see, yeah, 2001. So it is one of the older ones with the smaller font on there. I believe they were introduced in the late 90s, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know this came in the 5-car value pack, I think. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea, actually. Pretty simplistic. It has a magnet on top. I wonder if that... Does that connect? Oh, yes. It does! This needs to be an episode where Gordon levitates Soderline Caboose. Oops. But that's interesting. I guess that's just for... I don't see what the point of this is. Is it to hold it in? Like, they could have got a wooden screw or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just for detail. It is a little beaten up, but I don't care. As my engines, like you see here, my Thomas is beat up. I want to get a new Thomas. My Gordon is in pretty good condition. I like having the engines in good condition. But the rolling stock, I really don't care for, because in real life, rolling stock is the stuff that gets beat up. So yeah, that's the Soderline Caboose. I'm really happy to have it. So let's put that back there. It's going to block that thing right there. Yeah, let's put that right there. Moving on. So, we're moving on. And this item is Steven. Something I already took a look at. But actually, I didn't take a look at him. It is a different version of Steven, as I now have 2 Stevens. I got this a week before I got this lot, and I kind of am mad because this Steven came basically for free with all the stuff in this lot, and this one I paid, I think, $11 for, so I could have got him for free, but even though this one is in better condition and this one is not, I'm still happy to have this one. His face is a little bit faded, and as I said, he does have some more edge wear than the other one, but it is kind of annoying that now I have 2 Stevens. I literally have no idea what I'm going to do with this one, actually. Maybe sell it on eBay, I'm not sure. But as you can see, he's a very nice model. I quite enjoy him. Yeah, not much to say about him. And now we move to the final item, which is my personal favorite. I'm going to put Steven right there. My personal favorite item. And the one I bought this lot for. G261. Yes, I got G261. And this is amazing. Look at him. Ah, I love him. Bowler, or D261 as I call him, or the Diesel, or whatever you want to call him. He has like 100 names. I love him. Oh, this is such a nice model. I've wanted this for such a long time. Now, you have seen this in my series, actually, in episode 2, in the shot where Diesel's in the shed, in the Diesel shed, you actually see him facing this way. So, it's really not him, but you could see like a Diesel like that. That roof detailing is amazing. His face is amazing. Not much really to say about him, as he's a pretty basic model, but he's also actually very detailed too. Ooh, that was very close. As you can see, the yellow right there, he has a bit of edge wear, but I really do not care. That face is amazing. No name on the bottom, and he is from 2000. So I actually find it kind of interesting that my Diesel 10 here, who is kind of the same model as him, he had a name on the bottom, but D261 did not. So that's actually kind of interesting. Not sure why that is. Probably just, you know, producing models at later dates for different batches. But this guy is amazing. And on eBay, he goes for about $24. So he made up this entire lot, which I think is absolutely, as I said, amazing. I'm saying amazing so much. But I'm so happy to have him in my collection. Just his face and his body, I really enjoy his design. And you will see him in my series coming up soon. He will be a pretty cool character in my series, actually. And that's about it. That's all of this stuff. I got all of this for $24. And if I could estimate, the D261 is worth about $20, I'd say. Then Erdl 16 is worth about $20, so that's $40. Steven and the Soderline Caboose about $10, so that's already $50. And then the other stuff is probably together about $15. So that's a value of $60 that I got for not even half that price, like a third of the price. Which is just a
stupendous deal, as I said before. I'm really happy about all of this. And that's it. So let's move out to the closing part of this very, very, very big unboxing video. See you there. And here we are at the end of this very, very long unboxing video. And we have taken a look at several items, but we have gone past the hour-and-a-half mark, so I thought it'd be a good time to wrap things up. Let's just go through quickly all the items I got. Steven, Ryan, Wood Diesel 10, Snowy James and the Snowy Rail Set, Flynn, Dodge, some miscellaneous off-brand wooden railway items. We've got some Take Along and Take and Play, all I got in that big lot. Erdl 16, Soda Line Caboose, Extra Steven, and D261. So let's move back to this Edward right here. Obviously, I did not get him in the actual unboxing video. I just thought it would be a nice visual. So before I go, I would just like to thank the few of you who got to the end of this video. And you may have noticed in these last few segments, the aspect ratio has actually gotten better, and that's because I finally got my program working. So, the good thing about that is you don't need to visit an eye doctor after viewing one of my videos, and I know some people will be very happy about that, because the bills seem to pile up. Anyway, enough of the humor. I would like to thank you for watching this video. There's more unboxing videos on the way, along with episodes of my series and other fun videos. This is Wood and Railway Edward signing off. See you in the next video. Bye.